Hello Sunday Club. Thank you for letting me come and talk to you today about one of my favourite psalms. My name is Helen Goodyear and you may have seen me at church playing the piano or the flute and sometimes singing as well. And you may also know my husband Stephen, who leads services sometimes and preaches. This is a picture of my family. There's my husband Stephen, me, and our two children, Jonathan and Anna. They're grown-ups now and they both live quite near us in Aberdeen. I know you've been learning about the Psalms, and this one that I'm going to talk about today is Psalm 23. That's one of the most well-known Psalms and lots of people have it as their favourite. And it's one that's been very special to me for many, many years, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that as we go on. In the Bible, people are sometimes referred to as sheep. Now, sheep have a reputation for being silly. I don't know why that is. I think they sometimes follow each other because they don't know where they're meant to go on their own, and so they follow, and sometimes they're taken to somewhere that's dangerous or not a very good place to be. I don't think God thinks we're silly, but he knows that we need looking after. We need to be cared for. And when we're children, we are cared for by our parents, by our teachers, by maybe other family members like aunties or uncles or grandparents. And those people give us the things that we need. And when we're adults, sometimes we still need to be cared for. And we can also be caring to other people, just as you can when you're children. When I was a child, I used to go to Sunday Club like you do. Only in those days it was called Sunday School. And I remember once when I was 5, I was at Sunday School and I heard someone talk about Jesus being a shepherd. How he was kind and caring and loving and strong. And that we could choose to be his little lambs. And that was when I decided that that's what I wanted to be. And I decided that I wanted to follow Jesus for the rest of my life. And I'm maybe not such a little lamb anymore, but all through my life, God has cared for me and looked after me and led me where he wants me to go and where are the best places for me to go. And that's why this psalm, Psalm 23, that I'm going to read to you in just a moment, is very special to me, because that idea of God as my shepherd and me as his lamb is very, very important to me. God is my shepherd and I am his little lamb. He feeds me, he guides me, he looks after me. I have everything I need. Inside my heart is very quiet as lying still in soft green grass in a meadow by a little stream. Even when I walk through the dark, scary, lonely places, I won't be afraid, because my shepherd knows where I am. He is here with me. He keeps me safe. He rescues me. He makes me strong and brave. He is getting wonderful things ready for me, especially for me, everything I ever dreamed of. He fills my heart full of happiness. I can't hold it all inside. Wherever I go, I know God's never stopping, never giving up, unbreaking, always and forever love will go too. So let's have a think about what the sheep need from the shepherd. This flock of sheep is following their shepherd. I wonder where he's taking them. The sheep know that they can follow the shepherd and he will take them somewhere that's good for them, somewhere that's safe. I think he's taken them to this meadow where there's lots of beautiful fresh green grass, which is what sheep love to eat. And it gives them all the nutrients and everything that they need. They also need water, Like all living creatures, sheep need water to drink, and the shepherd knows where to take them for that as well. In very cold weather or stormy or wet weather, or if the sheep are going to be having their lambs, they need shelter. They need somewhere where they can be indoors. And this shepherd has brought his sheep into a nice indoor space so that they're safe. These sheep are taking shelter in the shade of a tree on a hot sunny day. Like humans, animals can dehydrate if they get too hot and don't have enough water or shade for a long time. And so the shepherd has taken them somewhere where they can be safe from the sun. These sheep don't seem to have any grass in their meadow, and so the shepherd has brought them something extra to eat. He's brought them some big bales of hay, and they can help themselves to that, even though there's no grass to be had. Sometimes sheep go off on their own, and this little lamb has done that. So the shepherd will come and find him and bring him back to the flock. There's just one more thing I want to talk to you about, and that's the special stick that shepherds carry. If you look at this picture, you can see that the stick has a special shape at the top. It's called a shepherd's crook, and the shepherd uses the crook to help rescue a sheep if it's got stuck somewhere. He might use it to help protect the sheep, and he might use it just to give the sheep a gentle nudge to say, "You're going the wrong way." So I've got two challenges for you, and you can choose which one you do, or you can do both. The first challenge is to make a shepherd's crook. You can choose what you use to make it. Maybe you can find a stick that's just the right sort of shape. Maybe you can find sticks that you could put together to make the right sort of shape. See if you can make a shepherd's crook. And the other challenge is to make a sheep or a flock of sheep, and it might be a picture or it might be a model, and see if you can make the sheep out of natural materials. So nothing that's been made by people, natural materials. So you could think about what you might be able to find outside, but you might also find some things inside. And here's a hint, maybe in the vegetable drawer of the fridge. And don't forget, you are as precious to God as a lamb is to its shepherd.